Hello guys. Welcome to my channel, Jura Tempest Federation. In our previous episode, we have seen how Rimuru got a new companion Masayuki. If you have not watched the previous episode, I will put a link in the description below. To quick warning, this video contains spoilers from a light novel. But before we proceed further, please like, subscribe to my channel and hit notification bell for further updates. In this video, we will see dungeon opening preparation. Now without further delay, let's proceed further. We were finally demonstrating the dungeon to the public. As a precaution, I went to confirm some things before it went public. After reaching the lobby at the bottom of the labyrinth, Rammus, currently full of energy, flew and rested on my shoulder. We are going live in a moment. How are the preparations? Huh? Who do you take me for? Rammus scoffed. From the next room, a smug-looking Valdor entered as well. Gahahaha. Don't worry, Rimuru. I'm as reliable as it can get. Oh shit, that made me nervous. Oi oi oi, are you guys really alright? We can't make any mistakes during today's public tour. Haha, chill out. You can count on me. We are switching on all sorts of safety measures. Kukuku, but today is the day that the demonic labyrinth awakes. Rammus and Valdora grinned evilly at each other. Were there really no issues? For some reason I felt uneasy. I'll say this one more time, very seriously. The labyrinth will be shut down again soon. What? Seriously, what kind of reaction was that? I'd explained this several times, but Valdora still hadn't caught up. I planned to oversee the situation and adjust the difficulty accordingly. That was why the labyrinth would be shut down for 2 to 3 days before reopening again. We also hadn't settled on certain issues for the labyrinth. This included pricing of entry tickets, as well as items such as the labyrinth card to permit entry into the labyrinth. We also had yet to employ trained staff to run the facility. Given how busy we were lately, we had no time to train such workers. I only planned to discuss such problems with Miles in the aftermath of the festival. Now that I really thought about it, handing control of the labyrinth to those two wasn't such a good idea. I was originally going to do it myself, but Rammus and Valdora were having fun running it, and I was too busy. They weren't listening carefully during the meeting either. I could feel and relate to their anxiety towards the festival, which is why I wasn't mad at them. It's alright, just stay calm, you guys. I'll do what I can to get it running officially soon. You can enjoy yourselves when that happens. Okay. I have faith in you, Rimuru. This should do it. It looked like we could make it through today just fine. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. By the way, did Milim drop by? She did. She came back and forcefully took 2 unlimited revival bracelets. Is that so? I heard that she was preparing levels 96 to 99. Those were the magic dragon cabins with geographic effects. Yeah, she really put a lot of thought into it. There were also those dragons Milim caught. She gave me all their commanding rights. She told me that if I take care of them well enough, they will eventually evolve into dragon lords, which means they will have enough intelligence to understand my orders. Rammus seemed to be quite happy, to the point of claiming. Turns out Milim does have some merit after all. Some time ago, Milim came back with dragons and scared the living daylights out of everyone. The first 2 times, people complained, but from the 3rd time onward, they got used to it. The residents no longer panicked over it, but instead accepted it as part of their daily routine. Milim caught 4 dragons in total. A fire dragon, ice dragon, wind dragon, and earth dragon. They were supposedly elemental arch-dragons, but they had the intelligence of livestock. Apparently, they could be raised like pets and even communicate with people. Oh, do those 4 also wear neck braces? For now, they are my adorable servants. I'll solidify the master-servant relationship with them in the future too. I see, Rammus had already planned it all out. Then it was settled. Back to the main issue. Milim is staying at the dragon's den, right? She's afraid that my servants won't get enough exercise, so she got them some playmates. She brought that lad we went fishing with, I think. Not sure why he's playing with dragons though. You're better off not knowing. I only wanted to learn Milim's location. As long as she stayed at the bottom of the labyrinth, she posed no threat to the demonstration. Got it? Then she won't come meddling with things, so that's alright. We're opening the labyrinth soon. You coming to the VIP room? I want to go. I'm gonna pass. It is the duty of the king of the labyrinth to await his challenger. I mean, of course it'd be great if someone got here in one day. You won't get any guests for a couple of days even. Okay, it's not as nice to say it out loud. Is that so? I understand. Good luck with it then. I encouraged Vildor and teleported with Ramrus to the VIP room. With the lunch break over, a huge crowd returned to the audience seats. Ramrus and I hurried to the VIP booth as well. Welcome back, Rimuru-sama. Diablo welcomed me with a smile. His duties as a referee had concluded, and it seemed that he had been searching for me for a while. I nodded lightly in response, already ready to confirm whether all matters were in place. Soon we would be opening the dungeon to the public, and there were many last-minute plans to work out after this. This was one of our biggest projects, that would eventually become one of the pillars of our nation. We hoped it would be able to attract even more guests in the future. Luckily, no one had gone back to their home country after the noon break. The VIP booth had also almost filled up, so we had sufficient publicity. Looking at the guest hotel, Sauka and Miles were standing there. Miles and Diablo were taking shifts as receptionist and broadcaster. It was time. I signaled the two discreetly. At the center of the stage, Miles stood with a microphone. He looked a bit more rigid as opposed to Sauka, but still put up quite the show. The content of his broadcast was, "Alright, the time is now. There is one last activity that we wish to introduce to you all during our 3-day founding festival. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry to have kept you waiting. The facility that we are about to demonstrate is the pride of the Tempest Federation, the extremely challenging dungeon. It will be the most difficult undertaking opened by His Majesty, Demon Lord Rimuru, to fellow adventurers. Will anyone be able to successfully break through this labyrinth?" Well, it was okay to hold a demonstration meeting. The dungeon by itself was too dangerous for a bunch of humans to enter. There were several hundred noblemen alone. In addition to the residents from the neighboring town, there were more than 1,000 people in total. With all these people coming in, we didn't have enough personnel to guide them properly. Therefore, I came up with the idea to use a giant screen to broadcast the walkthrough progress of multiple teams. However, there were problems on the technical level. The live feed of the martial tournament was viewed clearly by the audience, with the help of the giant viewing screen. The screen was set up with a projector that played the footage on this screen. It was a device developed by Vesta and Gabble, and could be used on many different occasions. The recent battles had also been projected on this screen. It used a crystal ball within the projector that had photographic properties. The crystal ball also had engravings for magic communication. This way, when it took videos from far away, it could project it live at the scene. In this way, the spectators were able to watch the challengers' every move from a safe distance as entertainment. Things would devolve quickly if any prominent figures here were to get hurt. In light of this, we made sure that only representatives capable of safely exploring the labyrinth were able to experience it. Now then, we shall be recruiting challengers here. Which warriors wish to challenge our nation's pride, the dungeon? Sauka announced, ecstatic. As she called for challengers, we began to move as well. Ramrus followed suit, flying off my shoulder and summoning the illusion gate leading to the labyrinth at the center of the stage. All you actually needed to do was just walk down the stairs, but our demonstration was all about dramatizing things. Oh ho. See, just as we predicted, the audience was enthused as well. At the same time, while many spectators were very excited, the adventurer visitors were all observing each other's next move. This time we were only open to volunteers, but still we hoped to use the opportunity to accumulate intrigue. Even if no one wanted to volunteer, we still had Masayuki's squad to back us up. That was the main reason why I invited Masayuki to lunch. In order to convince him to be one of the challenging parties. Masayuki had since convinced his companions and were waiting to come up on stage. In order to prevent any accidents, I gave him the map of floors 1 to 5. Hopefully, he was a competent propagandist. The question was if there would be any other challengers. That's it for today, guys. See you next one. For further more update, please like, share and subscribe. And do not forget to push notification bell.